The Alien Next Door, Chapters 9 and 10. Proof at last. It was already Friday, and Harris was worried. Zeke would be coming to hang out at Harris's house the next day unless he was able to prove Zeke was an alien. At recess, several grades were out on the playground together. "I've got the soccer ball, Harris," said Roxy. "Ready?" Roxy kicked the ball to him. Then she noticed Zeke standing all by himself. "Hey, Zeke, do you want to play soccer with us?" she called out. Zeke trotted over to Roxy. "I don't know how to play soccer," he said. "It's easy," Roxy said. "You kick the ball to another player or into the goal, and you can't touch the ball with your hands. Try it." Zeke ran toward Harris. "Harris kicked the ball to Zeke," she shouted. Harris kicked the ball right to Zeke. Zeke stopped and got ready to kick it back, but when the ball reached him, it skipped over his foot. To his amazement, Harris watched as Zeke just stood still and lifted one hand into the air. Zeke wiggled his hand. The soccer ball slowed down, stopped, then started rolling back towards Zeke. Harris immediately turned to Roxy. "Did she just see that?" Harris wondered. "That's proof that Zeke is an alien." But Roxy's back was to both boys just then. She had turned to talk to her friend Samantha. "I can't believe that Roxy didn't see that," thought Harris. "I'm never going to prove this before tomorrow." Harris looked down and saw the ball speeding toward him. He kicked it to Zeke. Again, Zeke missed the ball. It rolled toward the far corner of the playground. This time, Zeke chased after it. When Zeke reached the ball, he saw a kindergartner crying under the basketball hoop. "What's the matter?" asked Zeke, walking over to him. The little boy pointed up at the hoop. "My balloon slipped out of my hand and now it's stuck up there," sobbed the boy. Zeke looked up and saw the balloon stuck against the rim. "I can get that for you," he said. "I'll bet you can," thought Harris. "You're probably going to fly up to the hoop or transport the balloon down or something. You're going to do something weird, I know it, and this time Roxy has to see it." "Roxy, look!" Harris called out. He pointed at Zeke. "This is it," Roxy thought. Roxy is finally going to see Zeke do something that will prove he's an alien. But when Roxy turned around, all she saw was a tall sixth grader from the basketball team leap up and grab the balloon string. He handed it to the kindergartner. Roxy rolled her eyes at Harris and shook her head. Harris sighed. "I guess an alien is coming to my house after all." Chapter 10. New Friends. Harris woke up Saturday morning and was very nervous. Zeke was coming to his house today, around noon. Both Roxy and Zeke arrived. "Hi, Roxy. So nice to see you," said Harris's mom. "Thanks for having us over, Miss Walker," said Roxy. "This is our new friend, Zeke." "Welcome, Zeke," said Miss Walker. "We've heard a whole lot about you from Harris," said Harris's dad. "Thank you, Mr. Walker, Mrs. Walker," said Zeke. "I'm glad to be here." "So," said Harris, "who wants to play some video games?" Roxy raised her hand. Zeke looked at her and raised his hand as well. The three friends sat down in front of the TV and each picked up a controller. "This one is called Cosmic Comic Blast," said Harris. "The idea is to blast comets out of the sky before they crash into Earth. Ready? Go." On the big screen, giant comets streaked across the sky. "Fire laser cannons!" shouted Harris. Harris blasted a few comets. Roxy blew up a few more. Zeke wasn't doing much at first, but soon he destroyed every comet he aimed at. "That was amazing, Zeke," said Roxy. Yeah, said Harris. Are you sure you never played this game before? I'm sure, Harris, said Zeke. They don't have video games in Targus. No video games? Harris said. What do you do for fun? We race in our Zumba cycles, said Zeke. We play bunkus, which uses thin sticks and 10 bunkus balls, and we make up Project O stories on our hollow screens. How come I've never heard of any of that stuff? Asked Harris suspectedly. Oh well, Targus is very far away, explained Zeke. Who wants pizza? Harris's mom called from the kitchen. What is pizza? Asked Zeke. Come on, said Harris. You don't have pizza on Targus? I thought everyone ate pizza. That's definitely proof he's an alien, thought Harris. I'm happy to try it, said Zeke. Zeke, Roxy, Harris, and his parents sat around the kitchen table. They each grabbed a slice of pizza. I have never tasted anything like this, said Zeke. I like it. Zeke, what do your parents do? Asked Mr. Walker. They are researchers, Zeke explained. They move from place to place. That's why I move around so much. That's why I'm always starting over in a new school. That must be hard, said Miss Walker. I get used to it, I guess, Zeke said. It helps when I make new friends. He smiles at Harris and Roxy. I know what I want to tell you, Zeke, said Roxy. I'm trying out for the school play. Don't tell me that they don't have plays in Targus, Harris said. Zeke laughed. No, we have plays in Targus. In fact, I like to act. I have been in a few plays. Maybe you should try out, Zeke, said Roxy. It's a great way to meet new kids. Thanks, said Zeke. Maybe I will. After lunch, the kids watched a movie, Zombie Invasion from Beneath the Earth. You have movies in Targus, right? Asked Harris. Yes, explained Zeke, except ours are 4D, hollow projections. But I have to be careful what I tell Harris, he thought to himself. When the movie ended, it was time for Roxy and Zeke to go home. Thank you, said Zeke as he headed out the door. I had a nice time. See you Monday, said Roxy. Well, Zeke seems like a very nice boy, Harris, said Miss Walker when Zeke and Roxy had gone. All you had to do was give him a chance. I did have fun with Zeke today, Harris admitted, but I still think he's an alien, Harris thought, and one of these days I'm going to prove it. Zeke walked back over to his house next door. How was your visit, Zeke? Asked Dad. I had fun, Zeke said. I think things might be okay here on Earth. I'm off to a good start. After all, I have already made 2 friends.